Hi everyone, I am Brendan, and in this video I will be talking to you about a cultural artifact that has largely affected my life. The artifact I chose is my Boy Scout uniform. I do not have it with me, but I do have a picture of it. You can see all those patches I have on it that have multiple different meanings that I'll get to in a bit. But one of the things, probably one of the biggest things that it affected my life, why it's so important to me, is because it was a big part of my life growing up, and it helped me become the man who I am today. Also, it's just like a family tradition because my dad was also in Boy Scouts, and my grandfather was helping out. He was a leader at the time whenever my dad was a scout. Another thing that I'm very proud of is the fact that I've accomplished the highest rank of scouting, being an Eagle Scout. My dad is also an Eagle Scout, and we are both feel very proud of the accomplishment we had because it was no easy task, and it's something that will never be taken away from us. I also, throughout scouting, I learned many different things. I learned to be a leader, and I helped the younger scouts whenever I was more experienced, and helped me make many friends throughout the process. And it helped me learn with outdoors and thinking clearly in tough situations, learn to solve problems, and also taught one other thing is it taught me how to tie knots. There's so many different knots you can use for so many different things. And I would also go on campouts too, use those things I've learned out in the wilderness. One time I went on a hike. That was I had to learn a lot through that. I had to cook my own meals and taught me wonderful experiences throughout all those campouts. And during when I was growing up, I tried to go to one camp out a month. We'd have just for the weekend, just go up multiple different events we would do. And one week during the summer, we'd go to a camp for a full week and it was a camp called Heritage Reservation. I had a lot of fun there. Other campouts, bigger events we've gone to was one time we went to DC, and that was really cool because we got to see all the different monuments and what all of the different things that are up there, and the meanings of what they have from back in the day with the culture from back then. And I also went to Gettysburg one time, and the same thing, got to experience all and learn about the history behind it. I also went to a D-Day reenactment where I got to experience what the fights were like. And yes, and one of the other things is with becoming an Eagle, we had to do an Eagle project. And my Eagle project, I chose to renovate the Jubilee Soup Kitchen, which is a soup kitchen in downtown Pittsburgh. And the soup kitchen cooks food and serves the food for the needy and less fortunate. And I helped renovate the kitchen. There were a couple ceilings that needed replaced, like ceiling tiles, a light that needed to be put in, some walls that needed to be protected, a bookshelf. I did all that, and that was a great accomplishment I had. And that was also help with the leadership too, because I had to organize all that stuff and lead the people to help with the project. Also, there were two other things that with scouting that we would always say before meetings. There's the 12 points of the Scout Law, which are trustworthy, loyal, helpful, friendly, courteous, kind, obedient, cheerful, thrifty, brave, clean, and reverent. There's also the Scout Oath, which is on my honor. I will do my best to do my duty to God and my country, to obey the Scout Law, to help other people at all times, to keep myself physically strong, mentally awake, and morally straight. Both those are very important things, very strong words to live by and learn, such as in the Scout Law, like I said, trustworthy, that was one thing. Key thing, friendly, kind, brave, let's keep clean. And then some of the things in Scout Oath are do your duty to God and your country, which are two very important things to do. Because I'm religious too, so that was helpful. That's some of the culture, religious culture that I have background. And it also not only teaches you the country, but it also says something that you have to respect yourself. Keep yourself physically strong, mentally awake, and morally straight. So those are two very key things we would say during meetings. And then there was the Eagle Patch. Whenever I received my Eagle Award, I got an Eagle Patch, which you can see the eagle there. And then it's Be Prepared, which was another key sayings we always said. And then there's an Eagle Pin, too, that I got. So that was really cool. But and before Boy Scouts, I was in Cub Scouts. I was in Cub Scouts for 5 years, and I was in Boy Scouts for 7. So I was in Scouts for 12 years of my life, which was so growing up. That was one of the main things I did, and that helped me, like I said, in the big picture. So also, like I said, it's a tradition, family tradition from my grandfather and my father to me. And if I have a son, hopefully he will also join the scouting tradition. So basically, like I said, the main thing that why I chose to talk about the Boy Scouts is because it reminds me of all the great times and experiences I had as a child growing up through scouting. So, thank you for watching this, and I hope you enjoyed my video.